This is Audrey's costume, and she's going to be Little Red Riding Hood. And I'd originally planned on making it with a different pattern, but then the pattern I was looking at actually from that place was one that was not free, and I was like, I don't want to pay for it. So, which is, I don't mean to be mean, of course. I wouldn't mind supporting these people. I'll make sure to put them, post on Instagram and stuff that we use them, but but I found this at a different place, and this is kind of supposed to be the jacket that Cruella wears in the Cruella's live action movie. So it's all polka dots with like Dalmatians and with this really big full coat, and it actually has a really long train. And I was gonna make it in red for Audrey, so I went to go get the fabric at the same place I got the fabric that I used for Kate's overalls, and I got one big old thing of red, brought it home, thought about how much I needed, went back to get another red, and brought a swatch of the fabric with me to make sure I got the right color. And it looked in the light of the store to be the right color, but it's a different finish. So this is like really, they're both polyester. This is like shiny. This is like normal. So, but in the end, it actually turned out kind of cool because it worked where the skirt was all in the shiny and the top part was in that darker color. So, and then I lined the hood, and you'll get to see the hood is just so epic. It's so huge. I love it. It's like the most beautiful hood in the world. This is so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that. Isn't that beautiful? And I lined that with black. But the rest, she was like, I don't want it like finished or lined or anything. It's just a costume anyway. But I put in these hook and eye closures here. I'm not sure once she gets it on how well it'll stay together, because sometimes those pop open, We also have this little clippy thing here. We might wind up putting that on. I'm not sure. But the trouble I had with it too was my own dumbness. I was trying to make the bottom part as big as I possibly could with the one piece I had. So I'd drawn out the circle, figured it out that the front was going to be a tiny bit like shorter than the back. And because this is not, this is like a coat that is all the way open in the front. And so I'd done all that. I went to go cut it out, and my brain, I think, was asleep, and I got the wrong direction. So it wasn't actually making, because I had folded it into fourths, folded it in half, and folded it in half. And I was going to cut a quarter circle shape so that when it opened, it would be this perfect round shape. Yeah, that was wrong. So I got this weird like scalloping thing going on at the end. But when I put it all on and you just let it sit here, it looks fine. I don't know. I got lucky. When Audrey puts it on, it looks pretty cool. So there is sort of this, in the back, there's this huge part where it kind of comes up. If you separate it out, you can see my epic cutting fail there. But when you let it drape, you don't notice it so much. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I meant to do that, right? So sometimes you just never know what kinds of epic fails you're going to have when you're sewing. But once I get this all done, I'll make sure to put it up. But so basically for Audrey's, the cost of everything was just these two pieces of 500 yen for this throwaway fabric that I got from Eon. And then the black lined fabric that was in the top with some leftover I had from her costume when she was Kiki. I had that from her dress. So that wasn't really an expense. So it was just, and this little clippy thing was from Daiso. So that was 100 yen. But the rest of it was just as it is. So, and the sleeves for this pattern actually are shorter, but I made them longer. So that's kind of cool. And I'll show you guys some more details when the girls put them on. Thanks, you guys. Take care. Bye.